One of the regular things that we see at NAB is the Newtek exhibit, and Carter Holland is the Chief Marketing Officer for Newtek, and it's always fascinating to come by your booth to see all the blinking lights. I'm a big blinking light fan. Carter, good to have you with us today.
Great to be here.
For people that need a quick summary, give us like a 2-sentence description of what Newtek is doing.
Well, what Newtek is doing is basically helping anybody that wants to use video to communicate to do it, but look like a network quality style broadcast. So if you want to do a webcast or anything that's simple, you can make it look like network style TV.
Give me an example of where Newtek is being used today.
Well, our TriCaster line is being used everywhere from corporations that are doing webinars about their products or company meetings, town halls, training, long distance learning, anything like that. Houses of worship to extend their audience beyond the walls of the actual.
Would it be true to say that I would use Newtek when I want to use more than one camera?
Yes. One of the main things about looking like a network style television show is just that. It's having multiple camera angles, which obviously you need a switching capability, which is built into the TriCaster. But what Newtek has historically done is looked at what goes into making a live production and all the component parts. You have cameras and switching. There's often titling and graphics tools and a separate streaming capability, many different things. And we constantly look at all of that and say, how much of that can we pack into a single system? And that's essentially what a TriCaster is it's many component parts built into one turnkey system, where if you have cameras and an internet connection, you have everything you need to go do a live show with multiple cameras.
One of the challenges that we have is as packages start to get smaller, many productions are collaborative, where you've got one person that's worrying about audio, another person that does graphics, and if they're all trying to get their hands on the same keyboard at the same time, it gets kind of crowded. How do you share the role and yet still have it fit through a single unit?
Yeah, it's a great point. One of the things that we've done is we've introduced a ton of automation capabilities into this. So now TriCaster is MIDI capable, so you can hook up any MIDI device from an iPad, where you can download a MIDI app to an actual MIDI control surface, or any other control surface, an audio control surface, etc. So you can actually, if you're working on a very complex 8-camera shoot, let's say, you actually can easily bring other staff into it and have them control certain aspects of the TriCaster with an external device.
And does Newtek make all those external devices too, or do you have third-party developers that plug in?
No, we have third-party developers. Just less than 2 years ago, we announced we started the Newtek Developer Network. We now have 57 solutions from about 50 companies. And in fact, at this NAB, there are 22 solutions that are being announced to work with our TriCaster and 3Play products. It's really taken off and exceeded our expectations, and really doesn't have any sign of slowing down. And really it's in recognition of, while we put a lot of functionality into these systems, there is a whole ecosystem out there. And really for the users, it's not about the technology as much as it is they have a show to produce, a story to tell. And they want all that technology to be transparent. So the more partners we can work with, the better off it is for the users.
Do you have anything new here at the show?
I'm glad you asked. We do. We have an entirely new line of 3Play products. Now, 3Play is our line of integrated sports production systems. And the sort of core of that is instant replay and slow motion. There are many instant replay and slow motion providers out there, but the fundamental difference is pretty much all of the other manufacturers look at replay and build their products based on linear tape-based workflows. And just by using the word tape, that's sort of an old paradigm. We're taking the TriCaster approach to sports production and looking at everything that goes into creating a beautiful sports show, of which replays and slow motion are one thing, but graphics and social media publishing and many of the things we talked about with TriCaster are relevant as well. And so we have a 3Play 4800 product, which is our flagship product, starts at just under $40,000. That's a full integrated sports production system that was enhanced with new capabilities. We've introduced a new model, the 3Play 440, which is $24,995. And probably one of the biggest buzz announcements for us at the show is our 3Play 425 is a 4-channel replay system that's now under $10,000. And just to put this into perspective, probably 4 or 5 years ago, 4-channel replay device, $250,000.
Now, I'm confused as to what the word channel means and replay device means. Help me see, what am I getting?
Well, when I say
money?
4 channels, I mean 4 cameras in and out. So you could do a 4-camera shoot and have replay and slow motion.
So it's doing an ISO record on each camera?
Yes.
And I can then do replays on any one of those?
Correct.
Rather than have a whole separate line of devices like an Elvis, for instance?
That is correct. And with our systems, you can actually look at all of the replay angles at once, and you can actually do replay overlays, so you can be showing multiple angles of replays at the same time. So not only are we, taking the price of these systems and making it more affordable, so more people have access to the technology, but we're also much faster and further advancing what people can actually do with it.
So the TriCaster becomes the center of the switch, and then one of the things hanging off the side is a 3-play. So the 3-play feeds into the TriCaster.
Correct. And now actually they're network aware, and they're more than just aware of each other. You can actually control one or the other from each can control each other.
But one is not a replacement for the other. The TriCaster is, think of it as the broadcast unit, and the 3-play is the replay unit.
There are many customers who use both, but actually we have integrated into our replay systems the ability to do switching. So if you didn't have a switcher, you could actually do that. You have more capabilities if you connect the two together in terms of the total production that you're looking to
So what we're spending money for is we're spending how many cameras it can record. So if I do a 3-camera shoot, I don't need the 8 or the 16-channel device, because each channel represents a single camera.
That is correct.
Where can people go on the web to learn more of your latest products?
Newtek.com.
That's all one word, Newtek, Newtek.com, and Carter Holland is the Chief Marketing Officer for Newtek. Carter, thanks for joining us
Thanks
today.
for having me.
Take care.